Alright, welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio, and today we're taking a look at some more leaked images. This time we have some Imperial Guard showing up here, or Astra Militarum. Before we get started, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe for reactions, reviews, news, painting, modeling, conversion, tutorials, everything from Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, warcry, pretty much anything Games Workshop, tabletop, wargaming related. So that being said, as we can see here, obviously on the screen, we have the first of the leaked images. This one is the new Sentinel. So what I'm seeing right off the bat is, it looks like it is a little bit wider, a little more well armored in the legs. We see like a different kind of style overall to like the little cockpit compartment. It's a little bit, I think it's brought kind of more to like a modern kind of look. We see the general appearance similar. There's sort of like an air vent kind of duct up on the top in the middle, kind of feeding back air probably to the engine. We still see like the smokestacks kind of coming up. There's a little antenna, hunter killer missile. This one appears to be equipped with I can't quite tell what the second weapon is, but the first one is clearly, a plasma cannon or, heavy plasma. Pretty cool overall. I like it. I like the style of the old Sentinels. I like the style of this Sentinel. This one has a little bit of like an AdMech kind of look to it. But overall, I think it is nice. It's got the, similar kind of look overall, like the walkers from AdMech. And then it has like those round plates kind of under the missile as well that look, again, a lot like the AdMech style. So overall, though, really cool. Definitely has a unique flavor to it. I'm not sure that kit was one of the ones that I would have voted for like a new update or upgrade for, just because the kit's pretty cool. The old Sentinels looked cool, both styles of them, and they had some pretty awesome weapon options. And honestly, I don't even think that kit was really that old. But regardless, it's a nice kit, and obviously, beggars can't be choosers. Glad to see some new guard coming in. And then in the bottom corner here, we can kind of see something going on. And if we just look, this is the model in the bottom corner here. So, there's some speculation as to who or what we see going on here. This appears to be Castellan Creed. We see the dual pistols, and obviously CADIA on the little back piece kind of has that look a little bit chunky, a little thicker. Can't tell for sure if that's who it is. Could be a successor, like somebody who took his place afterwards and has like his equipment, etc. But I think it's safe to assume at this point in time that that's probably who this is. So overall aesthetic of the model, not a huge fan of the base. It's like a little crazy and wild. So I'm not sure if that's going to be like the new like tactical rock to the extreme. But not a big fan of that. I hope he comes on like more of a standard base than that. I like the tactical rocks normally, or like the textured bases, but this is a little bit too far in my opinion, and it looks like it's made out of like cork. So that being said, ignoring the base, onto the model. I like the overall aesthetic of this model. Chunky, the pistols look cool, the dual holsters out front, and then you can kind of see he's holding like the command rod in one hand. Can't really tell what's going on in the other one, but the detail looks great. The coat, the cloth, the back banner / pack as well. So overall, gotta say, another super cool model right here, and very glad to see something new coming out here. This is the one that really got me excited though. So we see this is basically the old stormtroopers, or like the Kasrkins, kind of redone. So it used to be that old kit, and those were like some of the coolest models. Honestly, they were awesome and still stand up to the time, like many things don't. But that being said, that's what we looks like we have right here. It could be some form of like new kit, what we see similar to like the stormtroopers right now, or the man, it's so hard to keep track of all the names, and they've changed them so many times. But they look a lot like what did I say the right name? Stormtroopers? Oh man, the Scions. They look a lot like the Scions that we see now, like potentially kit-wise is what I was thinking. So could it be like similar to the Scion kit, where you have basically your regular squad that can be made out of them, or like the special weapon, or like the kind of like elite version of them? So that's what I'm kind of expecting right here. Probably 5 in the squad, as they are more like specialized troopers. And then we see this one appears to be like a comms type guy. It looks like he's talking on a kind of communication device. Has the little backpack, or like the large backpack that looks like a comms backpack, and then just sort of looks like sort of a pistol right here. And then we see another one kind of off to the side that we can't really make out that well. But again, the overall armor and aesthetic of the model looks super cool. Definitely a fan of this. So not sure if this is, you know, the beginning of a full refresh for the Guard, or if they'll just get a handful of units. But to tell you the truth, seeing, you know, basically these guys are Cadian, and then we know obviously Castellan Creed is Cadian, and then, you know, the Sentinels, they have lots of different like kind of styles to them, but can be anybody. So makes me think definitely that we're going to see some sort of like Cadian resurgence. I'm not sure if we're going to also see them, you know, leaning in on some of the other homeworlds, but very, very cool overall. I think Cadian is, you know, arguably or probably well agreed upon the best. They have like super cool rules. They play really well. Some of the other like specialty rules that are available to the different, I want to say factions, but I know that's not right. Some of the other ones are pretty cool as well, but you know, Cadians and their special abilities as well as their stratagems and stuff like that are just far superior to any of the others. So I think it's cool that they're definitely leaning in on these, if that is so the case. Very, very nice looking models. By far, this is my favorite right here. Really like it. I mean, I love the Scion models. I love the old Kasrkins models. So these ones look great as well. Seeing all the various like head and options that we'll have are going to be definitely very, very cool. So overall, I got to say this has got me the most hyped. I'm really, really liking the overall look of these guys, and definitely looking forward to see some more pictures of them, see like the full kit, etc. And then obviously this character, you know, clearly a Cadian, very nice looking model right here. Cool sculpt. Again, the base, I can't really tell what's going on, if that's what we're going to see coming from GW. It doesn't typically match the kind of stuff they have going on. That's like kind of ugly and like really busy. They tend to keep it a little more simple, but we'll have to see. I mean, maybe that could be a new model on somebody's custom base or something like that. I don't know. There's a helmet on the base. Obviously, you know, CADIA was destroyed, so I'm not sure if that's a standard base we'll see or not. Other than the base, I think the model is phenomenal. And then here we have the Sentinel once again as well. Curious how they're going to do this, as previously we saw like, you know, the Scout Sentinel with like the open cockpit, and then we see the more like traditional Sentinel, which like the closed cockpit and a little bit more heavy like armament. So I can't tell, you know, if this is like the big chainsaw or if it's just like a spotlight, you know, or something else. I really can't make out what it is. I wish we had like just a couple more inches of the picture. But overall, I think this looks great. Do I think it looks better than the old Sentinel? I think I would probably have to see them next to each other, see the size and detail comparison, and then I could give you a better idea. I like the added kind of like vent on top. You know, I would imagine that's like the intake vent for the engine. It's cool. The Hunter Killer missile style is pretty cool. Looks like a little more kind of realistic. And, you know, again, can't really see what's going on with the other one. I like the overall look of it. It definitely has some AdMech signs going on here, though, too. Because even, like, the front cockpit part reminds me of a Doom Crawler as well. So it has a lot of similarities there, which makes sense. I mean, obviously, you know, AdMech and humankind work together to create a lot of, like, technology and machinery. So it makes sense that, you know, this would be sort of like the refresh, and it might have a little bit of that kind of aesthetic to it. Overall, I think it looks awesome. I think all these things look awesome, and I am very, very excited for Guard, not only to see, or Astra Militarum, not only to see a bunch of new models, but also for the new book. I mean, I know everybody that's been waiting so long to get their book has got to be excited now. Obviously, we know Chaos is on the horizon. We're already getting a lot of the, you know, kind of like trickle of from Games Workshop of the rules and everything. Tons and tons of new models, so they got to be really happy, I'm sure, after the wait. We know now there's going to be also a World Eaters like Khorne Codex coming down the line. We know there's going to be Leagues of Votann down the line as well, and then of course we know at this point in time Guard is coming here probably very soon. We've seen a couple models now, and then we know they're getting the book, and then that just leaves Demons after that. So we are really getting towards the end of everybody getting their books, and then also, you know, getting another break-off faction in, you know, World Eaters, Khorne, and then also getting a brand new faction, or, you know, refresh faction from 20, 30 years ago, in the Votan squats. So very exciting, a lot of cool stuff happening here. Definitely really excited to see some more, pictures, leaks, etc. For the Astra Militarum. These look really good, and obviously, I have a bunch of Astra Militarum already, and I would be looking forward to playing them again now that they have brought back Astra Militarum and Knights together to be able to blend them like we once were able to. That is very cool. So maybe I'll have to bring back the old school army that I used to run. But very exciting. Definitely looking forward to what is to come. You guys let me know what excites you. What do you hope is going to be in the range? What are you expecting rules wise? Obviously like to hear all of your input as well. If you are into this type of video and you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to like and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. If you're into Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, even a little Horus Heresy with the new release coming up, everything from reactions, reviews, news, painting, modeling, and conversion tutorials, make sure to like, subscribe, and check them out. That's it for today, Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.